Welcome everyone to Dan's Diary, Philippine house style. Welcome also to the 176 people that we've got now as subscribers. I thank you a lot, I really do. I also thank the non-subscribers just for watching, but if your finger ever gets bored, just press that button. It'll do me a lot of good, and I'm sure you'll feel better for it in the long run. Okay, so we've got a week. The weather forecast is good all week, so let's see what happens, shall we? Well, good job I got here on this lovely sunny day. It's Monday, first of the week. I've got my guard dog with me. He's making sure the workers are working hard. Yeah, got here today and they just put the window on the staircase in the wrong place. So we got that fixed very quickly. So I'll show you. So there you have it. So we've got the staircase wall going on down the bottom where the window is. They were just about to install a very skinny window about 1 or 2 blocks wide. I told them it's the full width of the stairwell. Then over on the top they're doing the ring beam, the final ring beam almost, above the bedroom wall. There'll be a touch of concreting later on. This guy over here is fixing a formwork. What there's a little, what would you call it? A little projected concrete, I don't know what the word is. It sticks out from the wall above the windows, just for an aesthetic purposes, but it also stops the rain from going on the glass. And he's busy putting the formwork around that, as you can tell, and then he'll straighten those reinforcing bars, and then he'll put the sides on, and then they'll pour the concrete. Yes, good stuff. There you go, you can see they've done pretty big amount of backfilling there. They're getting that up to the right level. The whacker plate should sort that out, and then another skim coat of soil. Yeah, I'm just a bit worried that those architectural beams that run across to stop the rain are going to block my sunlight view from inside. Well, maybe have a word with Joel about that. This is the bit of work that they've done this morning over there. What's he doing over there? There you go, the spark. Hi, my friend. The Sparky's adding the PowerPoints. Look, he's got all those ready. The PowerPoints.
Power.
Yeah.
And one here. Also here. There.
One there?
Looking here, looking my pipe here. Missing.
I think we've got a couple here as well, haven't we, on this wall? Yeah.
There have 1, 2, 3.
Good. Excellent. And they've started to lay this wall here inside the balcony. But what they did was install that wall there, which obviously the point of putting this wall was to open up this area. So that wall there has got to come down. Good job I caught that before it didn't go any higher. So that's got to come down. And that window's still got to come down 1 block, so you can see out of it. because it's a bit high. And that is, oh no, they're doing a bit of block work there as well. So it's all taking shape. They've got all this set up, ready for the concrete work on the ring beam. Yeah, they've done all that wall, which is quite good. Yeah, excellent. At the front, you can see that big mound of soil that we had there this morning has now gone, disappeared off into the building somewhere. So that's getting a little bit flatter. Just a bit of concrete on those two columns and that beam, and that side will be looking good. Just talked to Joel about that architectural, I don't know what you're going to call it, a canopy. I mean, we've got them over the windows everywhere, except I've just asked him and he kind of agreed to delete the one at the front and the back. The back one's not shown on the architectural drawings anyway, and the front one's got and both of these two have got the roof canopy which hangs over this bit 1.5 meters anyway. It would have looked nice architecturally, but then the benefits of looking nice from the outside and the benefit I'm going to get from it on the inside don't match up. So they've gone. Don't know if you can see this, but the backfilling's continued. We've got that bit now up, more or less up to the right level. One good whacker plate will lower that a bit, and then just put a little bit more on. There's a bit there that's they're working on at the moment. All of this has been done to a certain degree. Then they've got the depth of this room here, the shower room, needs quite a lot doing to it. You can tell the bars sticking out the wall of the floor, so that's got, in some instances, that's got a good 4 foot. And in that bedroom there, you can see they've still got about 4 foot or so of backfill to do before they hit the floor slab. Wednesday, and we're putting the final blocks on top of the walls. Goes from there. Well, I don't need to show you where they go, because you know. Just going to put the final blocks on, get the masons doing something here as we're finishing the block work in the apartment. Okay, well, I think we can safely say they've been backfilling. You remember a couple of days ago that was about 3 foot deep, that hole. And that also, below those starter bars sticking out the wall, that's going to link in with the floor slab. So obviously they've got to build it up to that level. And that was a good 4 foot, 3 foot at least down, so they've been backfilling in there. This room here has had oh, there's some more. So this has had quite a lot of backfilling put in it. What's happened in here? Oh yes, look at this. Do you remember that had a big hole in there? All that's gone. So backfilling continues. At the apartment, you can see at the top where they've cast the ring beam. They've built that wall to the landing and the staircase with a window in it. He's doing the reveal window, the reveal wall. And you can see they've put the doorway and the lintel and a couple of blocks above that. Ready to go. These guys at the front are tying in the column with the ring beam. Then they'll put some formwork on the side and then they'll cast it. That's the main room done. Just a little bit of whacker plate on that. And then maybe a little bit more earth and maybe that'll be it. Okay, the guys have built that this morning. This is where the main entrance was, or the access point should I say. We're now using access at the back. Big window in there. Yeah, it's progressing quite well. And if you can remember what they're doing now, they're tying in this to go straight across. That'll be suspended because they've taken out this middle one because it was in the wrong. We moved it, then they'll demolish that wall there, and that will give us quite a nice little area. They built this bit here, and you can see they've done the side there, and they've done all of that wall there. So good progress. As you can see, we've laid at the far end, we've laid 4 layers of blocks and evened up the height with a layer of ever thickening concrete on the bottom. We've either poured or we're about to pour those 2 extra height of columns. Then we've broadened the concrete to level it up again on the 2nd and 3rd sections. He's about to put some formwork on there. There you go, we've started a big event. The render for the wall. We'll just sit and watch this guy for a bit. Wonder if I can zoom in. Yes, I can. Now I don't know whether you can see, but he's put some string horizontally and vertically on the face, and then he applies the render up to the string, which for him determines that it's flat and even thickness. There you go. We follow this wall around. They've laid the 2 blocks on the top, so that's now at the final height. And on the front wall we've got a post. Now don't worry, in case you think like me that that's ugly, that's not there for the permanent electrical supply. I can assure you it'll probably be, well, it will be going on in the corner there, but for the provisional electrical supply, that's what they've had to install. Joel the builder is currently at the electrical company Penelco, paying the duties and the fees and the whatever you have to pay to get the power connected. We're still hoping for the weekend, but I suspect it'll be early in the week next week when we've got power. And of course that allows him to do welding, which allows him to install the beams on the ceiling. And as I'm standing here, you can see those two guys there fitting the formwork to that column so they can pour it. Right, we're looking in through the bedroom window and we can see they've backfilled everything more or less up to the right level in that room and over there. They've now completed the front of the property, just a little bit of concrete pour to go with that column and that ring beam over there on the left hand side where that guy's working, and that I believe will be all the block work done. And over here they've started the render for the house. They've done the upper part, they're doing the bottom. You can see that bit of string that runs across the top. That just tells them how much render they're going to be putting on. On top of that, of course, there's deco stones and there's some splatter plaster that goes on. But that's the base course. Once it's dried off, like the wall, it'll look a different animal. In preparation for the front wall, that tree that was there was in the way, so it's gotta go. So as you can see, the guys have started to demolish it. Demolish it the right word? I don't know. But they started to take it down anyway. There you go. That one's already down. We've got that big one there. And we've got that big one there. Well, as you might have guessed, it started raining. I am gonna crack on. I've got my brolly. I might have to take shelter in the hut, but nevertheless, here we go. As you can see, the ring beams have been constructed, or inside formwork, and I'm going to hazard a guess they've been poured. If not, they'll be poured first thing next week. The column's also ready to be poured, or has been poured. And let's just have a look at that bit there. You can see he's added the base coat of render onto that bit there. You can see, if I get up close now, the string that I was harping on about the other day, there for the 90-degree right angles. They also do the levels, they also do how much he puts on. He's got one at the side that I can see, he's got two in the middle, he's got one at the top, he's got one at the bottom. So, oh, and he's got one more down that side there. So he's cracking on. I think he was stopped by the weather yesterday, and today's Sunday, so he's not doing too bad. What he'll probably do, he'll either smooth that lot off, or he'll crack on with putting the base level down. There's the wall. So they've put some, what looks from this range to be very smooth plaster. I like this plasterer, he's excellent. He's done right from the end. He hasn't done right the column at the end because they haven't finished doing that yet. They haven't finished casting it. And as we progress along, don't know what that dead tree's doing there. And then from this point on, for those two, he's just put the base coat down. And then we get the back, or rather the front. So that front wall, if I just zoom out a bit, isn't at the finished height. So maybe they'll have a step in the corner, or maybe they'll just take it round the corner a little bit. But I think that I'm almost positive that the front's got another, definitely one layer, maybe even two, of block. So that plasterer is doing an excellent job. Well done to Joel for picking him, and well done to the plasterer. I hope the house is as smooth as that. I really do. Very good. Well, that's it for this week. We've had some good progress. I would say, for all intents and purposes, the apartment is now finished. Just maybe a little bit of pouring of the concrete for the beam, maybe a row of blocks to level the roof out, but that's maybe half a day's work, or at the most a day's work. So I think they've done all right on that. They've started the plaster, or the render, as you can see from the outside. That's only had 1 day, 1.5 days, so they're going quite well. I'm relatively happy they've finished or they appear to have finished the backfill. Maybe just level it out a bit with a whacker plate, or consolidate it with the whacker plate, level it out with a rake or something, and then just a little bit more earth. Now they won't be doing that first thing because it's quite saturated at the moment, so maybe they'll have to let that dry for a couple of days, so that'll set it back. The electricity supply should be Monday or Tuesday, so that'll allow him to do the roof. We might start the roof next week, who knows, but I think next week's progress will be a continuation of the plastering and the construction of the front wall. So we'll see, won't we? Right, so thank you for watching this far. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for liking. Any of the comments, please drop me a line. I'm more than happy to answer anything that you say or ask. And I wish you all a great weekend. I wish you all a great week, and I'll see you all next week. Only the bloopers. Let's go for it. Bye bye. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good morning and Good morning and welcome to Dan's Diary, house style. This week is
Shut up.
Good morning, Dan's Diary, house style. This week we've got a magical number of 107. So, why do I? Good. Welcome everybody to Dan's Diary. We're getting on quite well with this work. Put that pencil down. This week we've got a fantastic 176 subscribers. I'm going to ignore that, I really am. Good morning and welcome to Dan's Diary.